your self-tracking sheet. So there's a few ways you can get to it. You can go to your materials, open the topic, and then up at the top you're going to have your student self-tracking sheet. So if you click on that, it's going to open and you're going to hit My Document. And just ignore the name, I just used a faked student. So I'm going to go and I'm going to hit Sign in with Google. Once you've done that, you're going to go to this. If this doesn't pop up, you might need to open a new tab and go to drive.fms.k12.nm.us. And then you're going to type in your username and password. So I'm going to get this out of the screen for just a minute so you can't see the student's information. And then I'm going to just go back into this tab. Once I've done that, you can see that this right up here logged into their Google Drive. So I'm just going to hit Command R on this screen, and then it's going to open the document up for me. Once the document is open, you're going to see on this document, sorry, the zoom is a little off. If you can't see all of it, you can hit Edit, and it will open it in a full screen for you. So what you're going to see is you're going to see all of the vocabulary goals, and this is just going to be generic, but this is our first topic, so that's why I'm doing this one. So you can see all of our topics, or all of our goals. So here are vocabulary goals, here are the simple goals, and here are the complex goals, and you can read the description for each of those goals. So I took the first evidence checks that we did, I took them as this student. So I took this one. Once you open it, it's going to say Met Learning Goal, 1 piece of evidence. So this is the V2 goal for evidence check number 1. So I'm going to go over into the document, the self-tracking document, and so for V2, met 1 piece of evidence. Then I'm going to go into the one for V3. And notice up here at the grade, it also says Met Learning Goal, 1 piece of evidence. So I'm going to put in V3, I'm going to put Met 1 piece of evidence. Maybe let's say that I didn't meet the piece of evidence and it said not yet met. Then that just means the next attempts we have on this goal, I'm going to hope that they get it. Now, the way that this Math 8 course is going to be set up is you're going to need to meet 2 pieces of evidence in order for it to count as met. So then let's say our next V2 goal is not going to be until we get to the topic test. And this stuff might change a little bit based on your teacher, but this again, I'm just setting up in the beginning. So for V2 evidence check, once I take the topic test, again, same thing. Once it's done, you'll have a grade up here that will either say met 1 piece of evidence or not. So say on the topic test, I met 1 piece of evidence. Then I can check this box knowing that I've now met my V2 goal. And then you would do the same thing for each of the goals as we get to them. So our next evidence check, after we take the evidence check number 1, our next evidence check is just going to be over S1. So then whenever we get to S1, you would go right here and say met 1 piece of evidence or have not yet met, and you're just going to keep track of it through the whole topic. So you will not actually hit submit on this document right here until the very, very end of the topic. Because if you hit submit, then it's going to give you problems where you can't get back in to view it again. And you can see that I can see everything, or the student, so right now I'm on the student view, I can see everything that everything that I've typed out. Now, if I were to go to the teacher view, it would let me as the teacher see how all of the students have done on all of the goals. So that's how you're going to keep up with your own tracking for any of the goals throughout this topic, and it will actually be the same for any topic. So the only thing that would change is instead of it being congruence and similarity topic, it would be either proportional relationships or linear functions or whatever we get throughout the year. The goals would just be different, but it's still going to be the same setup. So I'm going to use the same video throughout all of the self-tracking.